So this Sacramento Kings team has definitely, I think, been a surprise for a lot of people in the Western Conference. What I think has also been a surprise has been this Rockets team. They're only, wow, look at that. The Rockets in this thing are only 25. Wow, he's really getting it there. 25 and 25. They are not very good, which is kind of surprising, but not really, because in real life, it seems like the KD and Houston thing, that just isn't working. That's just not flowing. I don't know why. It's just, it ain't working. There's no other way to put it than it ain't working. And, we have some throwback uniforms here, and they look nice. I have to say, honestly, I kind of like the older Rockets set of uniforms, if I'm being entirely honest here. But we start things off with a Reynaud 3. He's able to hit that one. And then Tim Hardaway Jr. hits a 3 right there. I didn't know he was still in the league, honestly. But either way, we come back here. He can't keep up with Darren Peterson. Just can't do it. Is Peterson able to drive to the rim and put that one in? So we come back here now. A little bit later, Ben Simmons in the game misses the layup. Very annoying. Missed layups. You don't like seeing it, but that would be like the only low light from Ben Simmons in this game offensively, because this game really, I think, showed that it's maybe time to start Ben Simmons at point guard. I think that's a change we might actually need to make here. And he's just able to drive right there, and then he says, you know what, let me just put it in forcefully this time. Pause. And we're able to drive right here. Simmons goes up, gets fouled by KD, and there we go. I mean, Ben Simmons able to just attack this Rockets defense. I found out pretty early in this game that, you know what, this is a mismatch here for some of these teams where they just can't defend Ben Simmons out on the perimeter, as Thompson gets the dunk right there. And yeah, but we come back here, still the first quarter. Peterson with the ball. We're going to get a screen here, and then we're just going to pull from 3. Nope. Yeah, that was 3. That looked like a really deep 2, but they called it a 3. I'll take it. And here are the Rockets trying to keep this thing, close here. They don't want to let us get too far ahead, but Peterson able to just drive to the rim, gets that one in. 16-11 now. He's having a great season, honestly. Now Jaden Ivey here, back in the game. He's been good for us in terms of like distributing and things like that. I just feel like he's missing a little bit with the offensive game, honestly. I feel like, leaves a little bit to be desired right there. But again, in the right place, right time, right there. He just drives, slams it down himself. That's why it's so tough here. It's like, do I really want to bench Jaden Ivey? But it's like, I just feel like Simmons gives us a little bit something extra, I feel like. I feel like Simmons, he's not going to get bodied up. Here's Malik Monk for 3. Isn't going to get bodied up by, Reed Shepherd, right? So some of these teams, I don't think they have someone that can really defend Ben Simmons when he's in at the 1. So I think that's why I'm thinking of that right there. And able to drive right through the contact there of Reed Shepherd. Now, granted, in 2K, anyone can body up anyone, really. I mean, that's just kind of what it is. Simmons makes both of those free throws right there to make it an 11-point game. And here comes the Rockets again. Shepherd driving. I really like these older Rocket. It's weird that they're older because these are the ones that I remember the Rockets having for so many years when I grew up with them. I feel like the new ones they're nice, but they're just okay. Like, look at Simmons with the layup right here, just driving right through Reed Shepherd. They're nice. Don't get me wrong. They are nice uniforms, the newer Rockets ones. I just don't feel like they're anything really special. Maybe it's nostalgia. Could be, but I really like these ones from the Rockets. And this time we just drive with Peterson and hits the layup right there. We had Porter Jr. He has not gotten a shot up at this point in the game yet. Just haven't had time to get a shot to him just because other guys are cooking. And Peterson, he's cooking right there with that mid-range jumper, puts that one in. And every time the Rockets would kind of get this game either below double digits or whatever, we'd come right back down and hit that right there. Peterson off of the screen, able to hit a 3. So this is just kind of the story of this game. And KD, I just feel like didn't get up enough shots for whatever reason. I don't know what that's about. I feel like that's just the thing with the 2K coaching stuff. Peterson with the slam right there, where I just feel like teams don't play through their star players enough, I feel like that's a real issue. 54-41 now at this point. And again, third quarter, passing the ball around. There's the AI getting its cheap bucket with the alley-oop. I feel like that's one of the few ways the CPU knows how to reliably score a point. It's always like an alley-oop. We always seem to get those, but that's fine. We come right back down, hit another three with Peterson. We have a guy like this who can make shots at this high of a clip. It makes offense so much easier for you. Peterson slamming that one down. That's why I think he will be a top pick, will be the top pick in the draft in real life, regardless of how you feel about him, sitting out of games, load managing in college or whatever. Look, I mean, it's going to happen. And then we throw up an alley-oop. It's an alley layup, I guess, to Yaxel Lenenborough, who I feel like is probably a little underrated in this draft class, because I watched him last night. I'm recording this on the 20th. And last night, him and Ademar both look very good. Both of those guys, those look like real NBA players, honestly, to me. Both of those guys, I was very impressed with both of them in their first round game of the tournament. They both look amazing. They both look really, really good. Yeah. So Lenenborough gets fouled right there. That's fine. Makes the free throw. For Lenenborough, I was surprised at how well he moved, honestly. Because in the game, I feel like he doesn't move that well, but watching him in real life, he moves pretty well really good, actually, for a guy his size. And Simmons just cuts through the defense right there like a hot knife through butter, slamming that one down. So, up 13, Reed Sheppard going to get the pull-up midi to fall right there. They're trying to stick around, right? They're trying to hang around here, and for the most part, we could just drive with Simmons, and they just couldn't stop him. Simmons up to 24 points now at this point in the game. I mean, this is like, honestly, this is what, when Colin Cowherd said, hey, LeBron, we're good. We got Ben Simmons now. I feel like this is what, like, Colin Cowherd expected Ben Simmons to do. This right here, Ben Simmons has all of the physical tools. I just think it's all the mental stuff. And I just think the way that, granted, a lot of fans and things like that. There's AJ Dybonsta. I hope I said that right. He also played very well in his first round game with BYU. They did get eliminated. I had no clue he was on this Rockets team. That's kind of insane, but he is a member of this Rockets team, so good on them. I figured they'd play him a little bit more, but either way, Malik Monk for three puts that one in, and we are very closing in on this being a little bit too much for this team to overcome right now. Simmons again, transition, finds Isaiah Stewart, who has been very disappointing, honestly, for us. Just has not brought what I thought he was going to bring, and, I thought he was going to bring good defense and rebounding and things like that, and really he hasn't brought that for us, so that is a little disappointing, but you can't win them all, I guess. So Simmons now going to drive in, puts that one in, and there we go, 83-64 at this point. We are looking good here. Now we're going to come back again here. Simmons just going to find Reynaud, and he puts that one in. We have so many good big men. It's why I'm kind of not interested in playing Simmons at the 5 at all, because I think we have other big men who can handle those responsibilities. So, yeah, again, another bucket here for Reynaud, 87-68. We're now starting to take more advantage of Ben Simmons' playmaking abilities here. We're going to find Porter Jr. That one goes up. That's his first shot of the game, and he nails that three right there. And this thing's pretty much over at this point. But we're going to find Simmons, goes up, puts it in, layup, 36-6-4 on the night so far for Ben Simmons. And we're still not done yet. We can still maybe get a couple more buckets in here, a couple more assists for him. Peterson for three, nails it. So there's another assist for Simmons on this night. At this point, I was like trying to get him a double-double. But Peterson, going to dance on him, puts that one in. 33 points against Thompson. Probably wanted to prove a point that he is better than him. And then we come back here, 180. Simmons now going to drive. Layup is good. 38 points on the night for Ben Simmons. As we're going to drop off the Houston Rockets, 102-80. Game started close, and then it kind of didn't stay close. We kind of just ran away with this one, and there just wasn't much this Rockets team could do with us. When you have Ben Simmons playing like that, we have Darren Peterson playing like that. I mean, Darren Peterson, 33 points on 15 shots. You got Reynaud, 4 or 5, 10 points, 5 rebounds. You got Jaden Ivey, still had 7 assists on the night as well. So some good playmaking for this team. But yeah, I mean, just we kind of dominated them right there. And then Reed Shepherd with 15 shots. Kevin Durant down there with only 9 shots. I just feel like, I don't know if that's a real issue with the Rockets where it's like, I don't know. They have all these other like players that they want to get going because those are their guys. But yeah, Kevin Durant should probably be taking more shots than Reed Shepherd. So trade deadline here. I thought we weren't going to make a trade. I have decided not. I've decided against that. We are going to trade Isaiah Stewart and a trade exception to the Thunder for Miles Turner. Miles Turner has 2 years left on his deal, and he has a bunch of badges that I like that I think could play very nicely for us in the playoffs. He will likely be a rotational player. He's probably going to be our 6th man. And also we can probably still end up trading him if we want, right? We can move him if we want to. And he's a guy who apparently has come up in trade rumors in this my league. And he's still playing well. Actually, kind of back up with his scoring and rebounding a little bit there. And he does offer a little bit more offensively than I think Isaiah Stewart does, kind of that pick and pop ability. And there we go. So we're going to acquire Miles Turner, and we are going to make sure Ben Simmons does not play center anymore for us. I would like him to play at the 3 or 4. I think we're going to go with the 4. I'll see how that works. If it doesn't work to what I like, I'll change that to the 3. I think that's kind of where he could fit in a little bit more, kind of be that point forward. Still, while Jaden Ivey is on the floor with us, that's kind of what I'm thinking. But Reynaud still going to be our starting center, but Miles Turner. So we have a really good depth of bigs on this team that can do a lot of different things. And we're going to simulate here to the end of the season. We are going to finish 55-27. Nikola Jokic is going to be your MVP. 30, 12, and 11, 50, 85, 40. So almost 50, 40, 90. And then Darren Peterson, very good season, Rookie of the Year, 24, 7, and 6. That's a great season off on 51, 83, and 37 shooting splits. That is great. You would love to see that get to, 50, 40, 90 eventually. And then Domantas Sabonis went and played very well for the Pistons, was kind of their 6th man and played well. Defensive Player of the Year, Chet Holmgren wins that. Zachariah Reisher, he ends up winning Comeback Player of the Year. Nikola Jokic, Clutch Player of the Year. And then Executive of the Year was the Mavericks guy. And the NBA Cup MVP was Paolo Banchero. And we don't have anyone all NBA first team or second team. Or even, actually, we do get someone on all NBA third team, and it's rookie Darren Peterson. He makes all NBA third team his rookie year. I'm sure that's happened before, but that's still a really big thing for him to kind of come into the league and really just immediately establish himself as one of the best players in the league, right? I mean, immediately puts himself, I think, in conversation of being a top 15 player in the league. And then all defensive teams, we don't have anyone there. I'm not sure what the criteria is for that in 2K, but all rookie first team, of course, is going to be Darren Peterson. And then you see Cameron Boozer there, AJ Dybonsta, which I'm not sure how he made that because it doesn't look like he's playing a lot for the he doesn't look like he's really playing a lot for the Rockets from what we just saw. Not getting up that many shots. So NBA playoffs here. It's the play-in tournament. We are going to simulate that. I don't like the play-in tournament. I think it's really stupid, honestly. So who are we taking on? It's going to be the Denver Nuggets. Well, we're going to simulate the first game here. We're going to play the first elimination game of every series. And there we go. So there it is. We are up 3-0 versus the Nuggets. We're the 3 seed. They're the 6 seed. Next time when we get back to this series, it's the elimination game here. Can we put away the former NBA champions? Can we put the dirt on top of the coffin? Can we put them in their grave, beat them down, keep them down, and move on to the next round of the playoffs. That's going to be very difficult. This Nuggets team, I'm sure playing them is going to be very tough. They have Nikola Jokic, so I think that might be very, very, very hard to do, but we're going to try to do it either way. So if you've enjoyed this video, if you're enjoying this series, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Let me know what you'd like to see more of on the channel, and have a good day. Peace.